Curse, let me cut this thing down. Uh, all right. Okay, I got a little undertone. Hey, gentlemen, this is Hero Gentleman Dr. D here to encourage, to motivate, and to inspire, helping you get beyond your first move and creating a better mindset today. If you find any value, if you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we can help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do that, you organically help build and grow with me so we make it better tomorrow today. That's right. Make it better tomorrow today. Then go in and out. Should I need in or should I make sure it's out? Okay, let's keep it right here. That's good. All right. So so if you find any value, like I stated before, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or give me a like. The thumbs up is a like, or subscribe, and comment. Please comment because the engagement helps the algorithm to push me up and higher. So if you find any value in this content, I will appreciate if you go and get the thumbs up right now. And if those coming in, give me a thumbs up, and we see what the end gonna be. Come on, somebody, we see what the end gonna be. So I had you haven't seen me in a couple of weeks. Now I have had since I don't know. I don't know. Last week I put any shorts on. If I put any shorts in or any minor videos versus the long videos, because I have been going through something. So which is the encourager of the title, withstanding pressure. This is a heroes update with Dr. D, and this is generally the what happened day. If it's not the what happened day, it's a discussion. It's a discussion and a Q&A. It's a day I try to do lives. I try to do lives. So this is what happens. If I find something that's really uh let me see gleaning or really in the uh in the bylines or just in the news, like Diddy or get hit in the head or something that's pop culture is trending, I would try to put I would try to comment on that or try to do a video on that, because what happens is two things. I can give an emotional appeal on it and talk about how it affects individuals, or and also it helps trend the algorithm go up because it's trending. Everybody's looking at it. It won't stay up long, but it'll stay up enough to boost my numbers. And but that's when I find something that's really interesting to me, or somebody suggests that I do something. Um, but for most part, I would create a topic or something that's relevant to what I want to talk about, or what I think that's pertinent to the atmosphere around me. Meaning that I know people need to. I talked about perseverance the other day, and a lot of people know how to persevere. So therefore, I think that's a topic that's worth communicating, because uh, as the scripture says, uh, perseverance. It's about pushing perseverance. The race is not given to the swift or to the strong, but to the one who perseveres to the end. Because not because you're gifted, not because you're guaranteed, not because you're gifted. Because you're gifted, you are not guaranteed. People think because they're gifted, they're guaranteed. People think because they're fast, they're guaranteed. So people think because they're strong, they're guaranteed, but they're not guaranteed. People think because they have status, they have a licensure, or uh, they have privilege through legacy or through location, um, that they're guaranteed. No, work. Faith without work is dead, being alone. If you put the work in, you eventually get the result. I believe that. I try to live it. Now, as I keep pushing on, I try to keep persevering. Now, today, you see, my topic is withstanding pressure. Now, let me first let me get the definition of pressure. Google, what's the definition of pressure?
Here's the definition of pressure: continuous physical force exerted on or against an object by something in contact with it.
All right. That's the first one. The second one is the use of persuasion, influence, or intimidation to make someone do something. And sometimes we all live in we all have to respect some type of authority, and that and in some cases that gives administers some type of pressure or activities or and so therefore it's sometimes it's more difficult than others. Sometimes you work at a certain place, you have a deadline and you need to get it done, so the pressure happens. uh, you're responsible for a household, you have to pay bills, so you experience pressure. You're responsible for pleasing a wife or pleasing a husband, and when you're not successful in accomplishing that task, you experience pressure on the other end. Now sometimes you actually everybody has good intentions, but hell is paved with good intentions. You don't mean that you don't necessarily get to heaven. Not the road to heaven is paved with good intentions, but I mean you don't necessarily get to heaven. You may go straight to hell because you're making intentions. You're moving, and you don't get there. A lot of times it pays to actually see uh, what the person desires. It pays to see what the person wants. Sometimes it don't pay to see what the person wants, desire, because it changes every minute. And so, and you only have so many minutes in a day to do one thing. Sometimes you actually, I think you're obliging the individual, the guy or the girl, and you are. But then tomorrow something else. The goalpost keeps moving. That's pressure, especially when you think you're doing something right and you end up doing something wrong. And maybe it has nothing to do with you at all. It has something to do with the individual within itself. I believe this. I try to tell my kids and other people, said, we need to spend most of our time actually spending time working on how we respond to situations. Then, then so pretty much how you deal with situations, because life is not always going to give you a cherry blossom. Life is not always going to give you a crystal stare. Oh, first of all, before I get started, I need to put in my comment section, in my chat section, I am gonna put a link. Oh, my light went off, but I guess it's all right. I'll put a link in my comment section for those who want to give me your 2 cents and get a metaphorical nickel back. I will oblige. I will oblige. If you put comment in the section, if you put comments in the section, I will respond. I promise I will. And if you're coming in on a repeat, you can go ahead and put comments down below, and I will respond to my to those as well. But while we in session right now, you can ask a question on the chat line, and I will respond to the chats, or you can click on the link and come on, and let me hear your voice. You can put a puppy down up there. I just want to hear your voice. Engage on the conversation. All right, so I gave you definitions of the definitions of. Oh, let me see. Let me see what's a simple definition of pressure. Pressure is a way of describing the intensity of a force, though it's calculated by dividing the magnitude of the force by the area is being applied to it as the area changes. That's not simple. That's not pressure. That's not simple. That's even more technical. I tend to believe that pressure is something that we all experience, and some people fall under pressure, and some people rise to the occasion until pressure doesn't affect them to the certain extent that it affects others. So I have so if it doesn't affect them as it affects others, so let's go. Ooh, ourselves all is moving all around. All right, so let's go with this pressure. Acknowledge pressure. Life will bring pressure from family, work, society, and even yourself. Pressure is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign. It's a sign of perseverance. Let me see. Pressure is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're alive and striving. The power of perspective. But let's first discuss acknowledge the pressure. Life will bring pressure from family, work, and society, and even yourself. Sometimes we don't. We think that life's gonna be easy. Life's not easy. It's hard. But it's what you put in is what you get out. Point blank. It's hard. What you put in, what you get out. Pressure is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign you're alive and striving. When you experience pressure, that means that you're actually accomplishing something. When you're on the weight bench and you're pushing something and it's pressure being applied, it means you're building a muscle. When you feel pressure in a car, it means you're moving. And when I'll tell you, you still when you feel resistance in certain areas, that means you're accomplishing something. I mean, you need pressure to build a muscle. You need pressure to move a vehicle. You need pressure, but people can't stand the pressure. You can't stand the pressure. Life will bring pressure from family, work, society, and even yourself. But the thing is, how do you deal with the situations that cause the intense pressure that you feel like you can't handle? Do you relax, relate, release, or do you uproar, uproar and attack? I always say this: pressure. Life is what you make out of it, and also, it's not what people do to you. It's how you respond. It's not what society does to you. It's how you respond. It's not what your family does to you, or your workplace does to you. It's how you respond. And it's how you respond to things in general. How are we responding? And then the power of perspective. Shift your mindset. Pressure can shape you and not just crush you. Pressure can shape you and not crush you. They want to make the 401 cleaning spray. He tried 401 times, and on the 401st time, he made it. Colonel Sanders, in retirement age, he decided he's going to go door to door and sell chicken, and he made it. Perseverance is built in pressure. You keep pushing. You gotta shift your mindset. I was talking to my son today. I said, "Are you a track star?" He said, "No." It's all about mindset. If you're not a track star to anybody but yourself, you should be a track star to yourself. Wherever you're in, you should try to be the very best. Now, the truth of the matter is that you are trying to be the very best. But it's not about anybody else. It's about what you can be. You're not trying to be that. You're not trying to be like anybody else's husband. Not trying to be like anybody else's wife. You're not trying to change to become something you're not. And unfortunately, in certain situations, that doesn't work for people. And people want to trade out. And I promise you, um, things. Some people trade out to get something green on the other side. And I always say this. I say this a lot. The grass is greener on the other side. It's astroturf. It's not real. It has no roots and doesn't give. See, the grass you came from gives. It has imperfections, yes. It has weeds. It has dandelions. It has some weeds that look like grass. It may be bumpy. And you may have some ditches there too. But it gives. So when you fall, it'll give you some type of relief versus falling on astroturf. When you lift up the astroturf, you have nothing but solid concrete. It has no roots. It has no depth. It's shallow and hard. And when you hit, you're going to hit hard. Okay? That's pressure that you, that's the type of pressure that you bring on yourself because you're superficial. And some people are superficial and they take the hard fall because their eyes are leading them to something that's not good for their future. But a lot of times people think about their now and not the later. Okay? Uh, reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth and transformation. That's necessary for pressure. To reframe obstacles as opportunities for growth and and transformation. That's a power perspective. You know, a person can go into a lawn, they go somewhere and smell manure and say, "Oh, this stinks. I can't stand here." But the other person can say, "Oh man, it's going to be a great crop." It's power perspective. It's power perspective. Um, you build your inner core. Spiritual practice, prayer, meditation, journaling. Know your values. They anchor you when you storm, when the storms hit. If you don't have any values, it's easy to fall. But if you have values, you can stand on the promises. You can stand still. Strengthen your support system. You don't have to go at it alone. Mentors, friends, faith, communities. Vulnerability is strength, not weakness. Practice emotional regulation. Techniques, deep breathing, mindfulness, physical activity. Learn to respond, not react under pressure. Say no without guilt. Sometimes people tell you they will say yes all the time, and you resent every time you say yes. Can I get a piece of that cake, baby? Yes, yes. And you hate every bit of it. Set boundaries to protect your peace. Not everything that demands your attention deserves your energy. And keep the bigger picture in mind. What's your mission or purpose? Pressure feels smaller in the context of vision. Stay rooted in your why. Rest in resistance. Rest is not quitting, it's strategic. You're not a machine. Your body, mind, and soul needs recovery at time. It really does. Tell yourself the truth. Don't buy into the lie that you're not enough or that you have to do it all. Speak truth to the pressure. I can handle this. This moment will pass. Share your journey. Let others know how you're making it through. It encourages and empowers. You're not just surviving, you're modeling resilience for someone else. You're modeling resilience for someone else. So that's certain things that you need to think about when we're experiencing pressure. Don't tell when other person wants you to be like them or do something that they feel you should do, and you know it's not you. You can always tell them, I only have one life to live, and I promise you can't live it for me. So I got the comments. I got the let me see. I got the chat room open. Put the comments in here and let me hear what you think. Yeah, maybe we can get some dialogue going here, or if you choose to click the link on there and click on. You don't even have to show your face. Click on and we see what the end gonna be. You don't have to show your face, but I like to have the dialogue and you come on board. All right. Let me cut the music up till the light pops up. Ooh.
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. 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 Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
Well, let me tell y'all something. We talk about pressure. Um, I don't think everybody knows, but I'm gonna tell you what pressure is. And how about you losing both of your parents within 4 years of each other, and then your oldest brother is in the hospital, and you never really having the time to process the departure. And when you don't have time to process departure, the situation sometimes affects you in the way that is not what's the way of saying it? It's difficult to handle. Well, I think it's difficult to handle when you feel as if when you handle a lot of different things at one time, and so you go in different directions, and you have to know how to hold yourself together. When you have to hold yourself together, you realize that heaven's the head that wears the crown, and everybody want to be a leader, but everybody can't stand the pressure. Everybody want to stand strong, but when the weight comes on their shoulder, they fold. You know, you got to go home. Listen, my mother died, and then my father died 2 years after the death. My oldest brother, we call him Musafa. He's in a situation where he's in the hospital. He'll be there for a couple of weeks. Now, I can't get there right now because I'm dealing with things of my own. And so the man in me has to stand, irregardless of what's going on. The man in me has to cast my cares on Christ. The man in me has to stand still in the middle of it. How do you deal with your pressure? I have to stand, irregardless of what is being done to me, being done around me, and not being done for me. But That's the plight we live. It's not it's not really what you go through. Because we all go through something. Cry me a river, right? It's how you go through it. How do you go through it? Do you go through just crying and boo-hooing all the time? Or do you go through it with your heads up? It's all right to cry sometimes. But do you go through it with your head up? And do you evaluate the lesson out of the whole process? It's not the destination, y'all. It's the journey. Everybody can be a hero. Because everybody's not willing to go through the journey. And if you go through the journey, you walk through the journey, you experience elements in the journey. And you always have a lesson for the end. And you can help somebody else get through it. But you have to withstand the pressure. We all have our journey. Mine is not yours and yours is not mine. But we need to withstand it. Tell me what you think. What's your pressure? Let's talk about it. How are you withstanding your pressure?
Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine. Wanna move my feet, wanna drink my wine.
A gentleman just called me, or just texted me. He texted me earlier. He's dealing with cancer. He's a client of mine. And he's trying to get back to life. So that's pressure. That's pressure. He said, "I'm sorry, I have not been contacting you to get sessions. But I'm trying to get back to life. Are you? All right, y'all. Well, this may be a quick one. I'll keep on a little bit more, and then we'll see what the end gonna be." All right, journeyman. This is journeyman. This is a hero journey with Dr. D here to encourage, motivate, to inspire. This will be pardon me signing off. So let me just give you a general overview. I pretty much went into some topics about pressure and how to deal with it, and how to overcome the pressures of life. Because you overcome the pressures of life, you can conquer it. You can conquer it. We all can conquer it, but we always have to keep our head up and keep moving. The goal is to keep on moving. When you don't keep moving, you become stagnant. Stagnant water, we all know is dead. So keep in motion, persevere, and push. Push until something happens. All right. So this is Hero's Journey with Dr. D. That does a Hero's update of what happened about pressure, withstanding pressure. If you find any value in this content, how about you help me help you so we help others? How? By clicking subscribe, commenting, and sharing. Because when you do this, you organically help build with me and grow with me so we can make it better tomorrow, today. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps the algorithm. It pushes me up so many people can get the content. I just started a new segment. The segment of what they call it? Viewing videos. I viewed videos. I forgot what they call. Let me look at my playlist. I got some more stuff going on, y'all. Let me see. Playlist. All right. Now I got the Heroes Rant. My new addition to my playlist is public videos, community, live screen, coaches, influence. Oh, reaction videos. I just started some reaction videos based on. So if you need any reaction video for me to comment on, please send them to my email at heroesjourneyinc@gmail.com. If you want to send me any reaction videos or the videos, send them to me so I can play them and have comments on them. To a hero's journey inc@gmail.com. All right, so I have a hero's rant. I have my segment called "In Them Streets," guided meditation, purpose-centered videos, emotion-centered videos, and yeah, that's what I have. And I do have a hero's journey, the podcast. So check it out. And also, if you need anything further, don't hesitate to drop me a line on a Hero Seeks, AHEROSEEKS.org. I have a calendar on there. Just key information in there, and get you a free 15 minutes. So we can see if we can go. If you need to get deeper, in depth, we can help you out a little bit further. All right, this is Hero Journey with Dr. D. And if you don't remember anything else, remember this: every day you get up vertical, make it your goal in life to always move forward and never look back. Why? Because life is just too short to live looking in the rearview mirror. This is Hero Journey with Dr. D. Here we are.